Once more, historic buildings have been torn down in Philadelphia. Some people might call it progress, while others might call it short-sighted, expediency, or greed. Commonwealth Court Keith B. Quigley's decision allowing the state to demolish 2 buildings in the path of the convention center expansion, despite an agreement to save them, strikes at the very heart of our ability to preserve and learn from our past. It doesn't have to be that way. All over the region and the world there are examples of adaptively reusing historical structures. The Tate Museum in London utilizes an old power plant to house and showcase its world-famous collection. A bank in South Coventry, Chester County, makes use of an 18th century stone farmhouse. A fast food chicken restaurant located in an older home on City Avenue in Ballackinwood preserves and benefits from the elegance of the past. Several Art Deco storefronts in Center City are now home to new companies. The old and the new can exist harmoniously. Decorative architectural elements have the power to evoke feelings of continuity and place, transforming the mundane to something approaching the sublime. Reading Terminal Market itself is an example of a historical structure using historical connections to bring vitality and a sense of place to a new or continuing use. It is ironic that the Convention Center made such wonderful use of the historical connections in Reading Terminal Market, but is ignoring and destroying the historical fabric on Broad Street. In addition to the loss of the 2 buildings on North Broad Street, once home to the Philadelphia Life Insurance Company, the city will also lose the wonderful gargoyles flanking the doors of the former fire headquarters at Broad and Ray Streets. Is a loss we will feel for years. It may be a bit jarring when old and new collide. While it may be disconcerting to see neon signs in the window of an elegant Victorian, taken as a whole, the stings are slight when compared with the loss of a grand old building, one to be replaced by an uninspiring box. We have a yearning for the past and for the familiar. There's a reason that Disney recreated the kind of small towns we already have here on the blank canvas of the Florida plain. There is a reason that modern developments and malls spend vast sums to recreate Main Street, USA. The problem is that replicas too often lack authenticity, and the real thing is too often neglected, undervalued, or destroyed. An adaptive reuse may cost more than throwing up a prefab, but it is a truism that you get what you pay for. The quality of workmanship and materials found in old structures simply cannot be matched today. Adaptive reuse may require that new additions, exterior alterations, or related new construction not destroy historic materials that characterize the property. Secretary of the Interior standards require that the new work be differentiated from the old and be compatible with the size, scale, and architectural features of the old to protect the historic integrity of the property and its environment. Reusing old buildings simply makes for a more interesting streetscape. Few places can boast Philadelphia's remarkable collection of important buildings from the 18th, 19th, and 20th century. But our historic fabric continues to suffer from time, neglect, and lack of vision. To some people, historic preservation is an unimportant luxury, but many more believe that preserving and utilizing our architectural heritage is the only way to save us from a future of vast, blank, soulless facades that have and give no joy.